Alright, sorry about that. The stream broke. Couldn't help it. It wasn't my fault. YouTube screwed up. Everything on my end was actually working. Y'all can hear me now? It's working now. It's working now. Excellent. Excellent. Alright, so it seems like it's lagging dramatically, though. Oh, crap. I wonder what is going on. What up, what up, what up? What's going on, Black Bezos? Craig Dubs, what's going on? Dan, Larry's Treasures, what's up? What's going on, what's going on, what's going on? Welcome in, everybody, welcome in. Oh boy, oh boy. What a day, right? I think I screwed something up here. Don't worry, I think we can't fix it. The latency is going to be normal latency. Oh well. No lag here. Good. Good, good, good. YouTube always wants me to throw in a commercial. We're drinking water right now. I got to finish this glass of water. That'll put me at 3 glasses of water today, and that's a must. And then, that's right, guys. We move on to the Sprite. Sprite needs to come out with a different colored can, though. Green just doesn't work for me. Man, oh man, oh man. So, what a day, right? Metamaterials had some great news. Nothing really happened on it. And of course, right? I mean, you've hit a level of manipulation with this ticker that it's going to take extreme amount of good news to do anything until we get that monkey off our back, that MMTLP monkey. Once that's off our back, then we're basically open to be able to do whatever we want, I would have to say. What is going on? Alexander, what's happening? Terry, Chad? How was Kalahari? So, Kalahari is pretty awesome. I love that place. We go there sometimes. No, I'm not going to say like all the time. This freaking place is expensive. But best part about Kalahari, hot tubs and alcohol. Best part. They used to give you the big 44 ounces, but they downsized it down to like 26 ounces or something like that. I don't know. Hello, it's green. To you, it showed up as the background for us. Yeah, I know. It's like the stock chart can go through the Sprite can. See? It's pretty nifty, huh? It's funny. Not a sponsor yet. Yeah. Let's see here. MMTLP, short covering or organic growth? Woohoo, that's a really good question. It's really hard to find that out straight away because it's on the OTC. I don't really know how to track any kind of short information across the OTC. I don't trade the OTC, so I don't follow it too well. But in all honesty, I'm going to have to say that from the tiny bit I've seen on Twitter, because I have not looked at this filing yet at all, have not even glanced at it. Busy day at work. From what I've seen on the Twitter, there's been some wording put in there that specifically addresses the short sellers a little bit more than it did last time. And we're going to get to that here in just a little bit. Before we do that, though, a couple of things I need to check. Over here. All right, we're good there. Live stream's hot. All right, we got 98 people in the live stream. We got 13 likes. Go ahead and smash that freaking like button for me, guys. Don't really hit your screen so hard that you crack it, but go ahead and tap it for me. You might like it. It's free to do. It helps me out. It doesn't really help you out, but it's okay. It helps me. Go Sprite. Go Sprite. Yeah, go Sprite. It goes down clear. If you haven't noticed, I also have a laser beam on my shirt, and as I move across, you can see the words go through it. It kind of looks like the meta thing is lighting up. It's pretty neat. Anyway, let's stop BSing, right? No, that's what we're here for. All right, so this is Meta's chart. Nothing much really to talk about. We actually did have some decent volume pour in today as far as it goes. 3 million in volume compared to, I think we've been seeing like 1.5 and 2 million in volume. So a nice little bit of an uptick. Nothing like crazy, but we want to start seeing that 6, 7, 8 million in volume again. That'd be fantastic. But ultimately, what we want to take a look at is how MMTLP moved, and that was the question. You know, was this short covering or was this investors buying in? Well, you could be looking at a little bit of both, but I want to say that you're going to see a little bit more FOMO stepping in at this present moment in time, and the reason being is because of what I've seen on Twitter. And again, we're going to get to that here in a little bit, but that is in accordance with the... this here, right here. We had our S1 amendment. Now, this is the second amendment, and it can do it again. I mean, there's no limit to how many times it can be amended. So, who knows? And I don't know if this was done by NextBridge Metamaterials or if this was set by the SEC. I don't know if this was required. But the fact that there was some stuff that was added in there, it kind of leads me to believe that this was more done by Metamaterials than the SEC. But I don't know, I could be wrong. They do have the right to be able to recall this too as well, though. They don't have to just wait for the SEC. They can say, hey, wait. We want to amend this. There's something else we need to put in there. The language wasn't right. We reviewed it again. We think we can correct this, or we need to add this because new information has come to light. So just kind of like in a court hearing, new information comes to light. They pause it, they redo it, and then they go again. But before we get to that, this is extremely important. 911 information, metamaterials to test groundbreaking optoelectronics imaging solutions. Let's zoom this in so everybody can see it, not just me. I can't even hardly see it. I'm blind. 911 information, the only notification and security management platform that bridges the gap between first responders and organizations, announced today that it has entered into a memorandum of understanding with Metamaterials, Inc. The combination of 911 Informed Security Data Platform and Meta's proprietary optoelectronics imaging technology will allow first responders and public safety agents to have better situational awareness when responding to incidents. Meta's electro-optic systems will enhance the capabilities of 911 Informed's platform by seamlessly integrating its proprietary wide-area motion imaging technology to 911 Informed software. This will provide a new safety solution for law enforcement, enabling critical communications for activities such as search and rescue, border and port security, large events, autonomous and vehicle traffic management. Boom! You know what this is, guys? This right here is this. Electro-optical and infrared systems, or Volepsis motion imagery. That's right. We're starting to see a little bit of the Volepsis stuff starting to come to fruition. It's starting to hit the markets. It's starting to go out to these other companies. Hey, let's test this. Let's see how this does. Let's combine forces. Let's see what we can do to make your products better. Let's solve a problem. It's the verticals that we're searching for, all of them. This is one of those high-end verticals. You're starting to deal with security. You're starting to deal with public safety, things like that. Search and rescue, just all of it. Fire, school shootings, mass shootings, things like that. The better response is what we need. Better response, faster response, and just everything. Anyway, we're going to go back over to here. Anyway, combined with Meta's proprietary technology, 911 Inform believes this will be a game-changing technology for law enforcement, eliminating guesswork and coordinating resources, said Ivo Allen, CEO of 911 Inform. We're looking forward to working together with Meta to further develop our safety solutions for today's ever-changing threats and together increase the ability of first responders, enabling greater safety, quicker response, and better decisions. The parties intend to demonstrate the capability and benefits of the combined solution in 2023. So that means between now and sometime in 2023, I'd be willing to bet it would be CES. They are planning on giving a demonstration on what the Volepsis system, or we're going to just go ahead. Let's call it Volepsis. That's what we want to call it. We're going to call it that. The Volepsis system is going to be able to do with their system. How are they going to combine? And they want to be able to give a demonstration for that in the near future. We're excited to be working with 911 Inform to develop and test for the development and testing of leading-edge safety solutions for critical communications and first responder events, said George Palikaris, CEO of Metamaterials, the boss. By integrating Meta's optoelectronics imaging solution, we believe 911 Inform's data capabilities will be significantly enhanced to enable operations in unprecedented new ways. For more information on 911, all right, that's all the mumbo-jumbo legal jargon. Gotta drink it though, man. You gotta drink some water every day. All right, so we went through that. We talked about that. The whole press release was awesome. And if you didn't notice that when that hit, it really didn't do a whole lot for the stock at all. I mean, nothing really happened. And number one reason, this is a memorandum. It's not. This isn't like a binding agreement. Okay, there's no physical contract of any partnership or anything like that. Basically, they're going to combine forces. They're going to I would have to say probably invest in each other. Invest in each other is the way I would want to say. Hey, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see how it works. And if this works, let's market it together. Let's become partners. So that's the way I would want to say. I would word that. So I think that's the reason why we didn't see a whole lot happen on the stock chart itself, not to mention the level of manipulation that is held there. As a matter of fact, we go over here, check out Chart Exchange. I haven't even looked at the chat yet, and I'm going to here in just a second. I see it's going crazy over here on my right side. I want to see... Oh my God, these pop-ups kill me. So today's off-exchange volume was about 66% overall. That is really not as bad as it has been in the recent past. So if we go to the historical, you can see that... oh, wrong. I gotta find the historical down here. You can see that in the recent past, we've been maintaining there. I thought I've seen 70s in the recent past. I know I have, but maybe with the alteration over here, it changes it. Well, still, we're still seeing really high off-exchange volume or dark pool volume. And that, of course, happens on the Weebles, the Robinhoods, the off-lit exchanges. Also, you do have a level of manipulation in the dark pools coming from the hedge funds and the market makers. That's where they hide the swaps, all of the shorting, the FTDs, everything. All of that gets covered up in the dark pool. Sorry, it's taking me a minute to comprehend. Not comprehend, get it out. That's the word I'm looking for. We haven't even started the smoking yet, and I'm already brain boggled. All right, so I want to go ahead and look at 911 Inform. I want to see who they are. What kind of company are they? What do they do? I don't really know. I mean, I know a little bit, but I don't really know. Ultimately, what I'd really like to do is get somebody from them on here and explain everything. Tell us, hey, what's going on? What do you do? What's MetaMaterials bringing to you? What do you guys hope to achieve? I would love to get that. So let's look at their product. How it works. 911 Inform enables full situational awareness and communication across multiple platforms, allowing for total transparency into any situation where a 911 request for emergency service occurs, to include both landline and wireless calls. When 911 is dialed from within a 911 Inform building or geofenced area, an emergency event will be generated within the 911 Inform software. Once an emergency event is triggered, 911 Inform will notify individuals based on pre-configured protocols. The public safety personnel being notified could include the following: 911 dispatch, law enforcement, fire, medical, private security, and building staff. You know what? I'm sitting here thinking about it as I'm reading this. Here's what I can almost envision what Volepsis technology is going to do with 911 Inform. So they basically tap into security systems, right? They're already linked with a whole bunch of companies. Let me figure out where I can find that. Probably down here somewhere. Anyway, they're linked with a whole bunch of companies already that have security systems, and basically I would imagine it would allow for the law enforcement officials to be able to get their eyes on a situation, be able to tap into those security cameras and live feed into them, utilizing Meta's optical technologies. Now, also keep in mind, that means that there's going to be layers leveled into this too. I would have to believe that there's going to be some form of the anti-fogging technology stuff being implemented into these cameras as well, with the nanoweb and stuff like that. So this is a very huge step for MetaMaterials, be able to utilize all of their technologies into one huge application. All right, I want to get over here to the chat really quick before we keep going. Clitoral. I did not, did I? Oh well. Maybe I gotta get up here. Holy cow, this chat is forever long. I haven't read anything yet. What are you guys doing to me? All right, no lag here. Yes, sweet. Hey, Reefer, what's going on, man? Jerry R, what's happening? David Clough, what's going on? We did that one. Sounds great. Sounds great. Terry, what's happening? Timberwolf. Mr. Wu-Tang, you're here. Awesome. We did that one. Ghost Sprite, we did that. What's up, Joey Marine? Brad. Derek. Derek, what's going on? Big Worm, my man. Slick Roads. I read every new change in the latest amendment, and I believe Nextbridge has a buyer waiting. Very possible. And you know what? If they do, I think they might even hit another amendment yet. When Carousel inside the microwave while we eating popcorn. I don't know, but I can't wait for that to happen. So as of right now, obviously, MMTLP is the squeeze play. And again, from what I've seen from this filing that we're getting ready to get into here, Meta agrees. Let's see here. Santa Claus is coming to town soon. That's right, Dudley. Hillbilly Deluxe. We had a whole conversation about soon to be rich hillbillies. All right. It's OTC Pink too. No way for retail to know. The market maker sponsor may have issues on squeeze of the preferred shares, let alone the underlying common squeeze. Yeah, you're correct. OTC hits it. Wonder how high it could go if the squeeze happens. Crazy that they mentioned it, right? So I don't really know. I know Money's, and Money Suits, the bird, her videos are entailing the oil price, not a squeeze price. As far as I know, she hasn't actually factored in the squeeze price, and nobody can. A squeeze is based off of momentum and momentum along and how long retail investors are willing to hold their shares. That is what will determine the length of a squeeze and the price of a squeeze. Not oil trading, not how many wells you have drilled, not any of those things. And I'm sure if any of them are in the chat, they could confirm that a squeeze is not anything to do with that. As a matter of fact, there's literally zero fundamentals that have to do with the squeeze. You're just wanting to go off of pure short information, how long people are willing to hold the stock, and FOMO, people buying, because they want in too. And the faster it goes up, the harder it goes up, the more people buy. Believe it or not, that is the biggest green candle for people to buy. As big green candles, big fat dildo of candles is when people want to buy a stock when it's reached parabolic levels, when it's just going through the frickin' moon, and that's what continues that green momentum. Now, what's great about the OTC is there's no halts. They can't fuck us. They can't stop it. They can't say, no, halt. We gotta let the hedge funds and market makers take a breath. They can't breathe. They can't afford this. Stop. No, they can't do that. Not on the OTC. On the OTC, it's just gonna go. Now, can they take away the buy button? Yeah, sure. They can still do that. I don't think anybody would be willing to do that at this present moment in time. That creates all kinds of problems. The water's almost gone. Anywho, so yeah, I can foresee this thing hitting crazy high numbers. Absolutely, it can be done. Number one reason, we've already seen that there's a 16 million shareholder and what we believe to be a 10 million shareholder. We do believe that the 16 million shareholder can be completely confirmed, but we don't know, at least as far as I know, about the 10 million shareholder. But that's of MMTLP alone. So that's 26 million shares that are completely locked up out of 165 million shares. That's what, 20% roughly of that whole entire outstanding share float. You know, Berta's got, what, 4 or 6 million shares, something like that. Not to mention McCabe, not to mention all these other big primary people that hold their original preferred shares. They're not selling them. So if this thing does start to push, you've got guaranteed bullish people that are going to hold these even through, all the way through that. They're going to hold them through the merger because they know what they hold. They know what they've got. So, yeah, it's possible. It's totally possible. It's not a controlled squeeze, no. But it can be. It can absolutely be controlled because we, the retail investors, are who owns this company. Meta owns the company. We own the company. The short sellers don't own the company. Yeah, that's just the way that is. That's the way it is. I mean, there's a couple of banks that got a few million shares here and there by themselves. But when you look at the overall holdings, you know, Meta has said there's about 64,000 known holders, and that's without them being in street name. That's just 64,000 holders plus whatever's held in street name, which are your individual brokers. We still have the rights to that as long as they're DTC approved. We still have all of those rights. So, no. Okay, got to keep going. I went off on a rant, a big, huge tinge. Hey, 178 current viewers in the live stream. I only got 71 likes. Please, 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 please smash that like button. Hit it hard. You're going to like it. It turns it blue. It's a beautiful color. And then you can go ahead and share this out on the Twitterverse if you want to and bring more people in. We'll have fun. We're going to get ready to crack open the... Oh, what do we got? Not that one. This is the one. Wedding Crasher. It is by Earl King. It is a Wedding Crasher. Let's see if we can get some light on there. You guys can't see that. I'm sorry. You're going to have to take my word for it. We'll open her up, see what she looks like. Wedding Crasher. Ooh, it's a really nice crumble. Really nice crumble. Looky there. You see it? Yeah, yeah. Citrusy. Piney. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we'll be hitting that up here in a minute. Of course, using the Yokan Evolve Plus XL, my favorite piece. No, it's not my only one. I actually have the entire lineup of Yokan. Love them. Great company. This is just my favorite one. All right, back to the chat over here really quick. Peter, what's going on, my man? Pete M, yes, we're going to burn them damn shorts. Burn them straight to the freaking ground. Ooh, that's what I wanted to put on my thumbnail. Shorts. Burning shorts. Maraduke, the meta guy. What's happening? Okay, let's see here. Oh, yes, Eric Larson. Great. Hello, by the way. ILUS. They have a stake in 911 Inform. So if you are invested in ILUS as well, like I am, then yeah, that's a win-win. This kind of a little bit weird too, because ILUS is another one that, you know, a lot of people are invested in, that's got a huge retail following, that, you know, there's a lot of speculation going on there with short selling as well on the OTC. So let's see here. You'll be timed out. Who will be? I don't know. Must have gotten timed out. Please stop pitching this ILUS FUD on SPAC stocks. Oh. Let's go MMTLP. Sup, Smokey. Mike. Hey, my dude. Mike, what the fuck? Wells. He's in Dayton. He's a comedian. He's a funny guy. And I mean funny, haha. You know, like a clown. I know he's cracking up right now, too. Who's pitching ILUS FUD? I don't know. Who's pitching FUD? I like ILUS, by the way. Can somebody quickly answer how many outstanding MMTLP shares are out there and what the percent of shorts? I almost did the entire thing already. There's about 165 million outstanding shares of MMTLP. As far as it goes with shorts, I don't know. I am clueless. I know Tony has got numbers out there. I think Terry has numbers out there as well. They're probably the same numbers. I don't follow it. I never have. I never proclaimed to have ever followed MMTLP. I'm just going to wait for it to squeeze and then take some of my stuff on over. Anyway, so let's see here. Winston, all things electrical. So building plans? S1A, S1A, S1A. It could. You could see several. Howard House, Weedman, Big Worm. What do we got? Oracles, what's happening? Meta hype is happening. Keep pushing the hype. Get me out of this play. Help. Oh, geez. Sorry. Living the dream. Hey, man, it's not for everybody. Knowing what you hold is not for everybody. Chris out of Queens, what is happening? That's right, Winston. Squeeze is based on hodl. That's all you can do is hodl. The longer you hodl, the higher it goes. If it hits 2K a share, I'll quit the job I just trained for. If it hits 2K a share, I'm going to buy my job. Done. I'm just like, I want it. Smoking a fatty, just seen you live. Awesome. Hey, speaking of which, we're going to go ahead and get this bad boy loaded up while I catch up on this chat. Should we direct register our shares? If you want to, you absolutely can. Direct registering your shares, what that does, first and foremost, that takes those shares completely out of the equation. They cannot be utilized by short sellers, like, at all. They can't borrow them. They can't do anything. They're registered to you. They're yours. So you could do that, but that's only if you 100% intend on going long into NextBridge. If you don't intend on going long into NextBridge, I would highly suggest you don't direct register your shares, because then you're going to have one hell of a time trying to sell them during the run-up. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice, so please take what I just said with an absolute grain of salt and kick it on away and do your own due diligence. Let's see here. Let's see. Smokey, what up? I have you on mute so wifey and I can watch. Okay, Damer? I don't know what that is. Just wanted to drop in and say, oh, Voltron equals clowns. You know, I don't normally say that, but you know, it could. I think there's just a lot of mix-up in there that eventually it's going to come to light. And there's going to be some apologies that are thrown around. At least I hope, because that would be the right thing to do. You know, really there needs to be apologies thrown around now, because there's been a lot of bad shit said about people that didn't deserve it. But hey, it is what it is. Just harder to call track, but if market maker involved unknowingly back the trade, yikes. Okay, that's squeeze all about going private and number of synthetic shares out there. The squeeze will happen before the going private part, but yes, you're correct. The company going private is what's creating the squeeze. Let's see here. Trying to get all cut up. This thing just keeps going and going and going. Barry, what's going on? Hey, what's happening? Mr. Tang Wu, you forgot people in foreign brokerage cannot sell if they want to. Okay, I did not know that. People on foreign brokerages cannot sell if they want to. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know how to address that at all, and I don't know. I know that there was an issue with Trading 212, I believe it was, when this all went down over a year ago, that there was a big problem with it. Tony said it's 256% short interest. Yeah, and that's, you know, probably factor in all the synthetics and all that stuff. I can believe it. If you factor in all the old Torchlight stuff, if you're factoring in that stuff, I don't know how that's going to work out. A lot of speculation has gone on over the last year and a half, and ultimately it's just one of those things of we're all going to sit back, wait, and find out together, and this is going to be one hell of a big learning experience for everybody. I hope everybody is taking notes. I really do. I know I am. I'm taking literal video notes of history in the making. You don't get to see this kind of stuff every day, guys. You really don't, and I'm taking a video account of it. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. All right, share price up. Okay, whoever tells you or shows you those two big whales are going to sell at $60, they're actually going to sell below that. And that's possible. It's very possible. However, if you've got enough momentum going, and they're not going to sell in one foul swoop. They'll sell in blocks. If you got enough momentum going, that'll be scooped up. Let's see here. Absolutely. Living the dream. Absolutely. So I don't care how far down I am on something. Being convicted in something is being convicted. You got to know what you hold. You have to believe in the future of the company. I firmly believe in the future of this company. I know where it's going. I hope so, Big Worm. OSTK repeat. That'd be cool. I've always said I don't support that theory just because of what it is, but I mean, I'll support that chart look any day of the week. I'll take that any day. I'd much rather see a VW one, because that right there, that's the MOAS. That's what's to be beaten, is VW. All right. Does it automatically transfer to NextBridge? I have TD Ameritrade. If I don't sell, then the run-up. As far as I know, most brokerages are saying they're going to go ahead and do the transfer for you. But I would, of course, get some emails going. Be in contact with your brokerage. Especially once this stuff all gets finalized, once it's all approved and effective and everything else, make sure you're in contact with people. Light up the phones, light up their emails, because I can't give you the right answer. I don't know. They're the only ones who can do that for you. If it all works out, make it a Netflix original docu-smoke. Oh, bro, you know it. If they want my videos, they're going to pay me large. Actually, I'll just steal them from YouTube. Let's see here. No way George does not want... Oh, he definitely wants Meta to Moon. And in fact, what he's hoping for is, like I said, is he wants people to take their MMTLP gains and literally pour them into MMAT. And if that happens, I mean, that can create a rolling motion as well on MMAT. All right, so deal with Moo. Oh, yes, Moo. Great. So I'm actually looking into Moo. I have already started an account with TradeStation. I've started pouring some money into them. I'm going to be doing the same thing with Moo. Both are great brokerage accounts. No PFOF. You can route your trades, the whole 9 yards. They've got great screeners and all kinds of capabilities. Moo's got a community, a huge, awesome community. It's similar to Webull. It works out really well. So anyway, as soon as I get a little bit more familiar with them, I'm going to put some links into descriptions if people want to look into them. I don't know how to do that. I've never done that. I know you can like grab a link and you guys can pick it and it gives me credit and you credit and something like that. I don't know how to do it. Never done it. Never done it yet. We'll find out one day though. Everybody has to put money into MMAT. We hope so. Just got home out of the night. Thanks for Smokey. Catch up on what I missed on the way in tomorrow. Yeah, I haven't really done anything yet. I'm catching up on the chat. All right. Chat, I'm sorry. I'm leaving you for a minute. I'm coming over here. We got to look at this. I'm going to get small. How do I get small? Oh. All right, here we go. That's how you get small, just like that. All right, I'm small now. All right, I'm going to make this bigger so we can see. Got to see it together. Well, that didn't help at all. All right, let's start going through this bad boy. What's changed? So far, nothing important. Of course, the date changed here to here. I got to zoom out just a little bit. So they added and other strategic options. That's not a big deal. Just adding a couple words into a paragraph. All right. So in the risk factors, or no, this is in the cautionary statement. It looks like down here they added our ability to initiate and maintain discussions with third parties regarding strategic options. All right. Scrolling through. All right, business overview. We are an energy company. This won't let me. Oh, there it goes. All right, Texas Limited Texas Limited. In addition, we may consider strategic options, including partnering with or the proposal sale of any or all of our assets to third parties. We currently have 6 full-time employees, and we employ consultants for various roles needed. All right. We plan to operate our business through wholly owned subsidiaries, transfer in Nevada Corporation. Okay, so in other words, basically, from what I'm seeing, is if they need to raise money, or they will consider strategic options or partnering with people, selling stuff, whatever. Okay, standard, no big deal, nothing to worry about there. What do we got here? Okay, so we may take advantage of these exemptions for up to 5 years. Such earlier time that we are no longer an emerging growth company. We would cease to be an emerging growth company if we have more than $1.23 billion in annual revenues. Okay, so they just changed how much it would be for them to become breaking free of emerging growth. All right. Okay, no big deal there. Don't mind me, guys. It might get just a smidgen boring for a little bit because I'm trying to filter through the gobbledygook, the nonsense. All right. And believe me, there's a lot of nonsensical stuff here. All right, so we got some changes. On the distribution date, Meta will release the shares of common stock to the distributing agent to distribute the Series A preferred stockholders. The distribution agent will distribute our shares in book entry form, and thus we will not issue any physical stock certificates other than upon request. So If it is requested, they will issue physical stock certificates. We expect that we will take a... We expect that it will take the distribution agent up to 2 weeks to electronically issue shares of our common stock to you or your bank or brokerage firm on your behalf by way of direct registration and book entry form. You will not be required to make any payment, surrender, or exchange your shares of Series A preferred stock or take any other action to receive your shares of our common stock, although your shares of Series A preferred stock will be canceled as of the distribution date, not the record date, the distribution date. Okay. So that changed. And that was probably one of those SEC requirements. Okay, it can't be on the record date. It has to be on the distribution date. Which, that's interesting. That leads us to believe another question is going to arise. If that's the case, then will the selling have to cease to exist again? So let's carry on. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there or there. By the way, we are using Draftable to do this. If anybody's curious on the program we're using, Cherry Grape Gorilla is the one who got me hooked onto Draftable. And as a matter of fact, same person who got these two filings plugged in there for me, saved me a bunch of time, hooked me up in this. So thank you again, Cherry Grape Gorilla. You are the man. Oh, okay, here we go. So it looks like this is added. Is this all right? There can be no assurance that our financial strategy or strategic alternatives will result in a transaction satisfactory to holders of our common stock. All right, so it looks like this is plugged in for all the people that are bitching. After the spinoff, we may consider various strategic alternatives, including partnering with third parties, a potential sale of some or all of our assets, as a merger transaction, and potential financing alternatives. Even if a partnering transaction, sale, merger, or financing transaction were to be consummated, it may not return any value to holders of our common stock, regardless of whether we execute a partnership, sale, merger, or financing transaction. The adverse pressure negatively impacting our business that we have been or are currently experiencing may continue or intensify, including the risk that we may not be able to continue as a growing concern. Okay. So, like we talked about the last time this came out, and I'm actually glad that this is plugged in here. For everybody who thinks that you're going to go into this risk-free, this is a guarantee, they're covering their ass in these paragraphs. These paragraphs right here, what you see on the screen right over here, that is CYOA. You cannot backlash on them if something happens. If they go into this financing, if they do a merger, if something else happens and your shit goes to nil, which it won't, but if it does, that's CYOA. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's plugged in there. It has to be. It's legal. I'm thirsty. All right, now that we've gotten that one out, it's time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of just over 21 and older, Wedding Crasher live resin coming to you now. Okay, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. There's a space. Here you go, guys. Soki, check messages. I sent you something. Hold on. Sorry, I hardly get to look over at the chat when I'm doing this stuff. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, I'll go through that here in a little bit, Chris. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I'll get to that. I've seen that already. Yeah. I'll get to that. Appreciate it, bud. Hey, we got some boobies coming in, guys. Oh, that was fast. Who got them? Big Worm, appreciate you, man. Get them boobies. Boobies. MMTLP will be a better play. It's going to be a great play in the now. Living the dream. I don't disagree with you. It is going to be a great play. And then once that's over, I think Meta will be a phenomenal play. But remember, Meta for me, it's not a squeeze. It has never been a squeeze for me. It was in the very, very beginning when I first started my channel. But then I learned. I grew. I adapted to what metamaterials really is. And I said, hey, I got to have this. And it's not a squeeze for me any longer. What the heck? I got to get this up here so you guys can see more of the screen. There we go. All right, that's better. Let's see. Nothing in that page. This is good. We're seeing very little changes so far. All right, so here's something. This is in risks related to our common stock. The price per share of Meta's Series A preferred stock traded on the over-the-counter OTC market under the symbol MMTLP may not accurately reflect the value of a share or common stock that you will receive in the distribution. Hold up. This is added. Whoa. So there's a large group of people, a large group of people who have been bitching because it's never been acknowledged that MMTLP exists. Well, in black and white, on an S1A filing, it says right here, the price per share of Meta's Series A preferred stock traded on the over-the-counter market under the symbol MMTLP. Never said that the company endorsed it. It was not an endorsed ticker. However, it did acknowledge that it happened. It happened. It's right there. It's right there in black and white. Finally, vindication. All right, I can shut it down now. Bye, guys. No. Holy cow. Let's see here. Big worm, not a squeeze, but 70 cents. Really? Yeah, I know, right? 70 cents. It does suck. It sucks being under $1. But it is still, no matter what, you always got to remember, this is still, there is a level of manipulation in this ticker carried over from Torchlight. It never stopped happening, not once, not one time. Now, also keep in mind, the company did an offering, and that hurt. That absolutely hurt. I'm not sugarcoating that at all. That is what brought us down to these levels, unfortunately. Not to mention the overwhelming, terrible market that we've been in. That has not helped anything, any ticker in the market at all. All right. Just always remember those things. Let's see here. Can you more clearly spell out how this vindicates you? Well, MMTLP has never been written in any of the filings. It's never been said that it's been something that's been tradable. You know, it's nothing to do with the Series A preferred stock. Well, Meta's Series A preferred stock traded on the over-the-counter market under the symbol MMTLP. It doesn't get any clearer than that. Meta's Series A preferred stock traded, vindicated. It's traded the rights away. You get the rights. That vindicates it. That's done. It's over. Dead conversation. The end. It's just a ticket to the show, and it is. Let's see here. Never said it contradicted the thesis. All I've got to say is, it says right there, Meta's Series A preferred stock traded. You will receive it in the distribution. Crushed it. All right, I want to move on. Let's see here. Before the distribution, Meta's Series A preferred stock was traded on the OTC market under the trading symbol MMTLP. Although such shares were not eligible for broker-dealer quotations, the OTC market does not constitute an established stock exchange, and as a result, the historical trading price of the share of OTC may not be a reliable benchmark on what determine the value of shares of our common stock we will receive in the distribution, because it's going as a private company and there may be no value at all like it was originally intended in the beginning. No value, transfers over, nothing really going to happen until a sale or the company announces major drilling or whatever it may be. Additionally, securities of certain companies have recently experienced significant and extreme volatility in stock price due to short sellers of shares of securities known as a short squeeze. Hang on. This is very important information. Jesus. Zoom in, make it big. We've got to get this all. All right. I got to scroll down. I got to find it again. Jeez. When you do it that much, it kills it. Zoom back out. Find it again. Smoke. Jeez, what did you do? There it is. Okay. Now we got to slowly zoom in. Wow, it takes you way out of it. Okay, here we go. All right. Additionally, securities of certain companies have recently experienced significant and extreme volatility in stock price due to short sellers of shares of securities known as a short squeeze. These short squeezes have caused extreme volatility in both the stock price of those companies and in the market, and have led those companies' securities to trade at significantly inflated prices per share that is disconnected from the underlying value of the company. In particular, if any investors have sold shares of MMTLP short, then in connection with the distribution, such investors may feel compelled to buy shares of MMTLP to cover such sales before the distribution. If this were to occur, given the potential high demand from buyers with a relatively low supply of MMTLP shares available for sale on the OTC market, the MMTLP price per share as shown on the OTC market may rise significantly, but not representative of the value of the underlying shares of the common stock that you will receive in the distribution. Again, just saying, hey, no matter what happens before distribution date, it still doesn't reflect what you're going to get then. So, here's what I'm going to say, and again, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. If you get to a level that you're comfortable with, no one's ever going to tell you bad boy or bad girl for selling. They won't. No one ever will tell you that, because you got to do what's best for you. Okay? So if you see your comfort level, your price, the spot that you said, hey, this is what I'm willing to sell at, bail or don't. Or don't. Do what you want. I don't care. No one cares. But you care. You're the one who cares. Because it's your money. It's your decision. Always. 100%. I'll never say that to anyone. All right. Let's see here. All right. I got to catch up again. MMTLP is a dividend placeholder. It's a guess by institution that what's... All right. MMT share price does not represent its value. Correct. It doesn't. It's a placeholder. So once it does distribute, once the trading ends and it's over, again, I would expect for it just to go to zero or just say no value, NV, whatever it may be. However, your broker lists it, okay? Exxon, Zom, doing excellent today. Okay, page 23. I think that's where I'm at. I am. Don't. Oh. Hedge funds don't give out free money, but I don't know. Should be interesting how this plays out. I hope everyone makes money in the market. I hope they do too. Remember, guys, you can make money both up and down. I'm currently working on videos to try and help people understand that a little bit better. It takes some time to make these videos because there's a lot of editing. I'm actually writing full-on scripts. I'm not just trying to guesswork. I'm not trying to go out here and just ramble on. I want this to be clean. I want it to be concise. I want you guys to be able to fully understand everything. I'm trying to explain it like I'd explain it to my 12-year-old son, which is the best way anybody could explain anything to anyone. If a 12-year-old can do it, anybody can do it. And that's how I look at it. I shouldn't say 12-year-old. He's 13 now. God, he's an adult. Ask him, he'll tell you. Which means he gets to hop on YouTube one day. Oh, see here. Shorts are being warned of disastrous losses due to potential squeezes. Is my voice going away when I look away from the screen? Probably does. This is a huge disclaimer to warn the shorts, yes. Biggest mistake they made was allowing MMTLP to trade. Second biggest mistake was selling synthetics. Third was shorting Torch and MMTLP. Correct. So, which ticker will Torch the shorts have to cover in? How did merger affect that? You know what? I don't even know anymore, and I'm not going to begin to guess. Again, like I said earlier in the video, a lot of speculation has gone into this. I still kind of believe, and this is my theory, they're going to have to buy Meta, not MMTLP, because Meta is the new play, right? That's where the actual Torch shares went over to, where the placeholder MMTLP, that's all it is. That's where I still believe it's going to be. Meta is still the squeeze for Torch, where you've got a whole lot of synthetics and short selling on the MMTLP side in the OTC. So I do totally think that MMTLP has its own squeeze. It is its own play and has been for a few months now. As a matter of fact, if you look back at any of my videos that I talked about MMTLP in, shouldn't be hard. I don't talk about it often. And if you look back in those videos, I will have said, at least at one point in the recent videos, that MMTLP separated from MMAT, and it is a decent play. It is its own play. As of that moment, it was. And that's because of the fact that it is being shorted. It is being took over in the OTC. This thing is traded on a rope. Bring up the chart. Bring up the chart, Smoke. This thing is traded on a rope. No joke. Multiple times. Look at this rope. Beautiful uptrend. Rope. Beautiful uptrend. Rope. Rope. I mean, these are levels of manipulation when you see these trading levels like this just on a level dime. And then you've got this nice run up, massive sell-offs. You can't tell me that this is all just selling pressure, not when you've got the community that you've got behind it that knows what they hold. At least they think they know what they hold, right? And they're just hodling. They are. They're just hodling. We like to hold things like this. It's our shiny little object. It's our precious. Let's go. Back over to the chat really quick. So, okay, missed you, Morgan. I should have taken that hug. What happened to Corey? Did he lose it? I have no clue what you're talking about. Go ahead, short MMTLP and MMAT. Yeah, go ahead. Let's see here. That's somebody's conversation. William Morgan. If not trading, we don't get blessed with a squeeze situation. Who's William Morgan? I gotta find William Morgan. Where you at? There you are. Ah, okay, never mind. Gotcha. Let's see here. Corey. Yeah, I don't know who Corey is. Torch shorts will have to cover and close before New Bridge hydrocarbons. I don't know. It's, again, the theories are out there. Nobody really truly knows. This is a learning experience for everybody. For anybody to go out there and say this is definitely what's going to happen, kiss my ass. This has never happened before. This is literally a once ever. May never happen again. Kiss it. We're going to find out together. That's how I look at it. Let's learn. Let's learn something. Let's humble ourselves, slow the hell down, and learn something. You don't become excellent traders overnight. You don't become an excellent trader by thinking you know everything. You've got to just pause. All right. Why 2 days? It's a dividend. All right, Angela, ever seen Friday? I love that movie. You need to buy ML2 cover MMTLP short positions from merger. Yes, you need to buy the MMTLP to cover any MMTLP short position. You're absolutely correct. Nanotech, great acquisition. Absolutely. It's inevitable. You can get 10 January 2024 $1 calls. Pawn. You can get 10... January 10th, 2024, $1 calls for around $330 or so. Just a heads up. In what pawn? Hey, Smoke. I think I'm reading that wrong, maybe. January 24. Got you. You can get 10 of the January 24 of year 2024 calls, it would cost you about $330 to buy 10 call options. I understand now. Gotcha, bro. Just had to look at it. And yeah, absolutely. If you do that, you will freaking bank money come 2024, providing it hits, I mean, really any time before then, providing, of course, it hits $1. And it will, because you're already guaranteed. They're going to tell you this thing's going to move up to $1 without a reverse split before August of 23. Anyway, tape on. You can't cover an MMAT. It doesn't entitle you to next bridge. You can only cover an MMOTB. MMA can't be used to cover it. Correct. MMAT can't be used to cover the MMTLP shorts. Totally correct. 100%. That can't be done. Same thing. They're not gonna buy MMAT to cover MMTLP shorts. Not gonna happen. Still my question is, and where we're gonna learn together is what's gonna happen with the torch shorts. Okay, where's that going to come into play? And are we ever even going to know that it ever came into play? Are we ever going to see that actually come to fruition and know that it came to fruition? Will we know? Nobody knows. All right, let's see here. Kiss it. Yeah. You like that? Listen to learn. That is right. Torch shares became MMAT. Correct. That's why I'm pretty sure my theory is Torch has to cover in meta. One Torch equals one MMOT and one MMAT. I don't know about that. I've heard that too. I don't know. We're going to learn. I hope. All right. I got $2 calls. Good. Good. They're a little bit cheaper. Right over here. A little bit cheaper. That's too conservative. I want $52 calls. There you go. Smokey, if you sell the market, cash ASAP or 2-day hold. Huh? Smokey, if you sell in the market, cash ASAP or 2-day hold. It depends. If you're trading on margin, it's as soon as you sell, it's available because you're a margin account. If you're a cash account, your broker, you're going to have to wait the 2-day T2 for it to actually settle in your account for it to be yours to trade on again. What I always suggest is if you have a cash account, you always want to reserve about 35 to 50% of your overall account for your T2 trading. If you're doing day trading, of course. Now, if you don't do a whole lot of day trading, you do swing trading, that's not such a big deal because you can sell out and buy in within a couple of days as long as you have a little bit of capital still to do so. So, anyway. Let's see here. Leaps are super cheap. Yeah, they are. You can only cover an MM2. William, correct. Torch is MM2. Thank you for doing this, bro. You always give a great look and information out here. I try. Really, I do. I try to be positive. I'm always bullish on the company, even on the downest of days. I really am. But there are some times out there when it's hard, and I know. But I always try to stay positive for everybody because sometimes that's what you need to see. You need to see somebody who's positive on the company and is willing to show you why. And I do. I try to give you guys the reasons why all the time. Let's see here. All right. So I think I'm, for the most part, caught up. Let's get back over here. All right. So this was added in. Love that. Shrink this back down so I can see again. I do love it. I do love it. I do. Holy cow. It took us like 17 pages down. What the hell? All right. So this was in there. This was up there. So we're here. All right. So nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. Nothing new. They added American Stock Transfer and Trust Company, LLC, because it's the legal name. So this is stuff like this. When you see this right here where it just added the rest of the name in, SEC caught that. Hey, this is not legit. Their name is American Stock Transfer and Trust Company, LLC. They shortened it from here to the transfer agent because they can. Spelling issue. Distribution agent got switched to transfer agent, make it a little bit more legal, it looks like. You know what? I'm done with this water stuff. It's almost empty. Sprite. Not a sponsor. Yet. Now we can chief. Yeah, I know. I just turned all sorts of shades of red. Oh, let's see here. All right, so we got addition. Sorry. Commencing on or shortly after distribution date, the transfer agent will mail to you an account statement that indicates the number of whole shares of our common stock that have been registered in book entry form in your name. We expect it will take the transfer agent up to 2 weeks after the distribution date to complete the distribution of the shares of our common stock and mail statements of holdings to all registered stockholders. You or your bank, broker, or other nominee may request that the transfer agent issue to you a physical stock certificate representing your shares of common stock. That is where, up ahead there, earlier I had said that they said that you can get it now. So you can get a physical stock certificate stating you own NextBridge shares once this all happens, after the distribution date. Street name or beneficial holders, we've done all that before. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. So this was the big controversial paragraph. Here it is, guys. The paragraph that freaking sent me over the damn edge. I apologize for that, by the way. I think I've done that a couple of times now, but I'll do it again. If you sell any of your shares of Series A preferred stock on or before the distribution date, you will not receive any shares of common stock provided. However, we expect to suspend all trading of the shares of Series A preferred stock at least 1 business day prior to the record date. It no longer reads this way. This is the original way. What I just read was how it read on the last filing. The new wording: if you sell shares of Series A preferred stock on or before the distribution date, you will not be entitled to receive the shares of common stock in the distribution in respect of such shares of Series A preferred stock sold. Okay. If you sell it, you don't get credit for it. The end. Okay? If you don't sell it, you get credit for it. So you get credit for what you sell, you don't get credit for what you, or you don't get credit for what you sell, you do get credit for what you keep, okay? They clarified it. They made it black and white. All right. We expect all trading of the shares of Series A preferred stock to be suspended as of the distribution date, no longer the record date, all right? So it's now going to be the distribution date. If you sell up to that, anything that you've sold, you don't get. They're no longer yours, right? So if you plan on going long, you better be holding. Butterflies in the chat! Butterflies in the chat! We got butterflies in the chat! There's like a way that I could put butterflies in the screen. I just don't know how to do it yet. I haven't figured it out. I'm going to figure that out one day as I get better at this stuff. So there's no dates yet, Worm. That's another thing. There's no dates. So this has still not been accepted by the SEC. This is, again, an amendment. So who knows how long ago the Meta got this. It could have been 2 days ago. It could have been 15 days ago. We don't know. They were given another opportunity to amend it again. They added some things, some critical information. They amended some things. They corrected whatever needed corrected, and they sent it back again. And then the SEC will go through it again. They'll, go through all the new information that was added. They'll just recheck all of the corrected, and then maybe this time it'll go out. What this is essentially doing is prolonging this until the market gets better, in my opinion. And I've seen this as an opinion of many others as well. The longer this takes, the better off actually we may be as far as it goes with the market standing overall. It may put the value of the asset in a better situation or a better standing later on down the road if this gets pushed down just a little bit longer. As of right now, from what I'm seeing, this could most literally be any day. If this is the final go-through, you could see this as early as a couple weeks from now, and as late as still another month, maybe two. I don't know. I don't know exactly how long it takes. I've seen the SEC is supposed to have these back to you within 30 days. I've never legitimately seen that number. Never once. And I've looked. So, I don't know. Let's see here. This is big news. This is big news, guys. You don't think a lot of MMTLPers aren't MMAT and hang on. William, you don't think it's just an argument inside the chat again. Chirping with possible massive profits and dumping face. Yeah, it's possible. Adam Brimmer, I think you're responding to one of the people in the chat. If there is a ton of MMAT holders that hold MMTLP, and a ton of them are going to create that momentum, shoving money from MMTLP into MMAT. Believe me, there's not as many people bullish on NextBridge as you think. A lot of us just want to be rid of it. We've held for way too long. We want to be done with it and just wash our hands of it, and we'd much rather just hold Meta because we know what Meta is. We know what we hold. We know what we know to the company. We'd much rather have that. And then there's some of us that would just say, hey, screw it. I'm already down 85, 95, 115%, whatever it may be. I'm already in a negative whatever. So screw it. I'll just hold it on over and just let this thing become a unicorn play and follow, Berta, follow McCabe, follow the money, follow the smart people. It's all on you. Anyway. How many days do you think will be the transfer day? I don't know. Let's see here. 165 million minus 30 million from the largest shareholders, roughly. Yes, all shares stuck in untradeable accounts equals money. Yeah, Fago, you're right. I love Fago, by the way. Man, I got a good chat tonight. I got 147 likes in here. There's still 222 people inside this chat. Let's go ahead and get that up to at least 175 likes. Let's get 175 likes in the chat. Come on. I know you guys can do it. Not all of you have smashed that like button. Smash it. Sprite. Here. This might help. We'll take another rip. Yeah. Here you go. You all right? Oh, yeah. Holy shit. That's a good one. That's a good one, guys. Let's see here. All right, I think I'm kind of caught up. All right, so what? We wait another 2 weeks or so for another update, possibly. Yes. Bluesy Blue, unfortunately, that is the way it goes. The SEC, they can kick it back. And again, like I said, anything that comes up, NextBridge and Meta can pull they can actually request it to come back. Hey, we need to amend this. Something came up. We struck big oil. Or the test wells all had to begin drilling, and we need to include that into this filing. I don't know. There's so many things that they can do. They can recall this themselves. Puff, puff, pass. I did. I did. You want to do it again? We can do it again. Here you go. Here you go. Okay. All right. You good? You good? You good? Just want to make sure you're good. I don't like the lady. What the fuck? I smashed. Nice. Tomorrow, MMAT goes to 80. I heard it here first. Nice. Do I ever talk with Spencer? You mean Sterling? No, I've actually not spoke with him since he left YouTube. Okay. Back over here. Results of the spinoff. There's been some changes in here. All broker dealers, each broker dealers got switched to all broker dealers. Before our separation from Meta, we intend to enter into a distribution agreement. Got switched, so right here, this is present tense. We have entered into a distribution agreement and certain other agreements with Meta. All right, so none of the other paragraph changed. They changed it from future tense, we intend, to present tense. Gonna scroll through, scrolling, freaking scrolling. This is good. I like that there's not a whole lot left. We're on page 44 of 139, so we're right in this area here. We're coming up on an add-in right in here. Here's an add-in. All right, so first off, we have something above that. Stockholders' equity, common stock, par value, 500 million shares authorized, 1 share issued and outstanding as reported, 165 million shares issued outstanding pro forma as adjusted, with no value. Okay, I don't know. All that's basically the same, just slight number changes. Okay, so they're just adjusting there. That's prepping for the switch over. All right, business in general, there's an addition. We are an energy company engaging the acquisition, exploration, exploitation, and or development of oil and natural gas properties in the United States. Our primary focus has been the development of interests in oil and natural gas projects we hold in our Grande Basin in West Texas. In addition, here's the addition. In addition, we may consider various strategic options, including partnering with or possible sale of any or all of our assets to third parties. They are really dumping this sentence in there. That's the third time we have seen this sentence arise in this filing alone. I'm going to keep scrolling down. No changes, no changes. Here we go. Here's some changes. So, looks like they just completely took this all out. Don't know why. Was it irrelevant? I don't know. Didn't need it. It wasn't in the first one. Why is it in this one? Or maybe it was in the first one. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. It's gone. Let's see here. So since this is gone, it really wasn't any major information in here. I don't think it was important. And I'm not an oil guy, so I don't know what any of this stuff means. We've talked about that. So I'm not going to pretend. Don't know what that means, but this was removed. Again, just removing something to me says it wasn't important. They didn't need it. It might have actually been a hindrance. Okay, so we currently have proved reserves from... All right, so they kind of just reworded it. That's all they did here. So it said there were no proved non-producing reserves. Now it says there are no proved reserves or proved developed non-producing reserves. Whew. All right. Removed this to, instead of A, has A gross, and ultimate. This was added. Oklahoma properties. This is not in there, or is it? Was it added or is it just moved? Nope, added. During the 6 months ended June 30th, 2021, we produced and sold 56.34 barrels. Is that barrels or billions of barrels? I don't know. It can't be billions of barrels. We'd be rich. Anyway, net to our interest, and an average sale price of $50.72 per billion barrel. Yeah, so it's just a barrel. Just a barrel. BBL is just a barrel. Don't know. Find out. Learn it now. We produced and sold. I want to double check that. I don't freaking know. BBL. Chat. Chat. Whoa. That's not what we're... Oops. That's still coming up. Oh, shit. No, I'm getting demonetized. Booties. There was booties on my screen. Oh, God. Oops. I'm blushing. Oh, God. Billion barrels of petroleum liquid. So BBL is billion barrels. Are you kidding me? So wait a second. I'm confused. It didn't take long, did it, guys? During the 6 months ended June 30th, 2021, we produced and sold 56.34 billion barrels net to our interest at an average sale price. No, that's not right. That's not right. I call bullshit on Google. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure this out. Moving along. I don't want to know. Yeah, I don't know. Let the bird figure that crap out. I don't know. She'll figure that out, I think. So all of this was taken out, and it looks like it was just kind of like reworded to be short. This was added. During the 6 months ended June 30th, nil barrels of oil net to our interest were sold nil MCF of oil, gas, or sea. And now that just completely just negates everything I set up there. I don't know. All right. Added in. Legal proceedings. Oh, okay. So we've got an added part into this one here. So we'll read it all so that way we have a complete understanding. On April 30th of 2020, the company's wholly owned subsidiary, Hudspeth Oil Corporation, filed suit against Datalog LWT Inc., DBA Cordax Evaluation Technologies. The suit, Hudspeth and Wolfbone Investments versus Datalog Cordax Evaluation Technologies, was filed in the 189th Judicial Court, Harris County. The suit seeks the recovery of approximately $1.4 million in costs incurred as a result of a tool failure during drilling activities on the University Founders 824 number 2 well that is located in the Oro Grande field. Working interest owner Wolfbone Investments, a company owned Meta's former chairman Gregory McCabe, is a co-plaintiff in that action. After the suit was filed, Cordax filed a mineral lien in the amount of $104,000 against the Oro Grande field. Such operators counterclaimed against Hudspeth for the breach of contract. Seeking the same amount as the lien, Meta has added the manufacturer of one of the tool components that we contend was one of the causes of the tool failure. It was recently disclosed that Cordax is the subsidiary of a Canadian parent company, Cordax, who has also been added to the case. Cordax's current chairman of the board filed a special appearance after being served with a citation, alleging that he was a Canadian citizen with no meaningful ties to Texas. After discovery was conducted on this issue, a non-suit without prejudice for his defendant was filed, dismissing him from the case. The remaining parties attended mediation on June 15th. that was unsuccessful in resolving the case. The parties are now engaged in discovery and plan to take depositions of fact and expert witnesses, with counsel for the company currently identifying and vetting potential expert witness. The case is set for trial in April of 2023. All right. So basically, they brought this guy in court action, but because he had no ties to it, he was able to get out of it. Blah, 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 blah. They had a mediation. It didn't work. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody kissed. Nobody made up. Blah, 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 blah. And they're going to keep going. They're trying to get about 1.4 mil. Cool. So that was on a tool failure from back in 2020. So nothing really new other than the fact that they're going to press on, and it's going to go through in April. Or at least start going through in April. All right. So I think we're going to be able to do a lot of quick scrolling. In connection with the arrangement, Torchlight, the predecessor of Metamaterials, was taken out, and in connection with the arrangement with Torchlight, which subsequently changed its name to Metamaterials Inc. So there you go. Torchlight changed its name to Metamaterials Inc. All right, that's all they did. They just switched wording. Scrolling down. For year ending, refer to the table of production revenue included below. They took that out. The change in revenue was primarily due to the increase in oil and natural gas production from 613 BOE for the 2020 period to 683 BOE for the 2021 period. From the Oklahoma properties, and increase in the average price of oil from 34.48 in 2020 to 51.01 in 2021, and an increase in the average price natural gas, marginally offset by a decrease in production due to the sale in our Warwick project in November of 2020. Okay. Fino. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, this is for a much smarter person than me. We're just gonna scroll on past that. Yeah. To me, in all honesty, guys, I think all of this information really not important to me or you, in all honesty. If you really want to dig into this filing, and if you know anything about these numbers, be my guest. I know nothing. Squat, zero, zip, zilch. I'm not going to learn. As amended to date, nothing big there. This was added in. Okay. Where was this added? To be obligated. In addition, we will be obligated to pay Meta. They added approximately $1 million. So we know how much they have to pay Meta. $1 million for costs associated with the spinoff. So they're going to be paying Meta Materials about $1 million. Cool. I know, everybody just started singing that song. It's hard not to. But I can't sing it because I'll be demonetized. It sucks. You just can't even sing like great songs. Alright, so we got something here. Facilitating communication between the director and CEO and communicating the director's perspective and consensus view of the CEO, provided that the lead director may not, in his sole discretion, override the CEO on any matters without majority approval of the board. Okay. Nice addition. Nice addition. Don't want to have a BBI situation. Let's see here. See, you'll notice that a lot of these are just changing. All of these in here, if you look in the center, this is all where it's changed from red to green. It's almost all of them are just the page numbers. That's why I'm scrolling so fast, because it's literally just the page numbers. You'll know that it's something big because it gets fat down here. Page number, fat. Now you got something going on. All right, so this is in transactions with stockholder Gregory McCabe down here. Lastly, on August 13th, 2020, our subsidiary TIE entered into the options agreement with MPC. Under the options agreement, obligated to satisfy certain drilling obligations. Hazel Project further under the terms of the obligation. Option agreement as the purchase is sold no later than May 31st, would be obligated to reimburse MHP for its cost and development activity to the extent that the wells produce revenues beyond the date that options lapse until that total amount of development expenses are reimbursed. Additionally, MPC holds a reversionary interest burdening our proportionate interest in the Hazel project of 20%. Additionally, MPC holds a reversionary interest burdening our proportionate interest in the Hazel project of 20%. I'm going to Google the shit out of that. Let's copy and paste some shit here. Can't. Reversionary interest burdening. Reversionary interest. Interest that a person has in a property when a preceding estate ceases to exist. What is reversionary interest? The interest that a person has in a property when a preceding estate ceases to exist. It means any interest, the enjoyment of which is postponed. A reversionary interest can be either a vested interest or a contingent interest. Okay. So, okay. I don't understand fully yet. I'll see if I can figure that out. I'll do some Googling. Okay. So, 2021 note. The note is collateralized by certain shares of common stock of Meta held by one of its stockholders and by a lien on a 25% interest in the Oro Grande. That was removed. The 2021 note is secured by a security interest in 1.5 million shares of common stock of Meta, beneficially owned by Mr. McCabe, and by a lien on Wolfbone's 25% working interest in the Oro Grande project. All right, so that was that one. They explained it. They fully explained that was probably a request by the SEC. What is this about? We entered, so this takes it from future tense to present tense. We've done that again. They removed on this part, spin-off, it will also. That's gone. All this is gone because I think this is all. We have not yet finalized all the terms. That's all future tense. Okay, we've already established that. Okay, release of claims. We and Meta have each agreed to release the other and its affiliates, successors and assigns, and all persons that prior to the distribution have been the other's stockholders, directors, officers, members, agents, and employees, and their respective heirs, executors, administrators, successors, and assigns from certain claims against any of them that arise out of or relate to events, circumstances, or actions occurring or failing to are or any conditions existing at or prior to the time of distribution, other than certain claims against current and former directors and officers of Meta and its predecessor Torchlight. Okay, so they just added in legal jargon. Okay. Because there are legal matters going on presently. So they have to add that in, I'm assuming probably from the SEC. Removed. We will be is now we are, so future tense to present tense. My wife's putting the dogs away. It's her bedtime. You're going to hear some clanging for a second. It's actually my bedtime, too. We're almost done here, guys. We will be wrapping up soon. All right. I don't think we really need to go much further. as I'm scrolling down through here. If you look down here, again, like I said, if you look down in here, there's a whole lot of nothing going on. We've got one spot where it was added. We're going to zoom right to it. What was added? Where's it at? I don't even see it. Where is it? I don't see what was added. Couldn't have been a big deal then. Oh, there it is. Oh god, that's nothing. See note 9 for unaudited and consolidated whatever the heck. The rest of it's just back to the this and that. Hudspeth sells, we sell our, stuff like that. Future tense to present tense, page changes, stuff like that. No big deal. Slight number changes. 9s became 10s. I like that. I don't know. 69s. What? Aw, see, it's too good to be true. We had 69s all over the place. Now there's 73s. Let's see here. So it just looks like they just updated a whole bunch of other stuff here. Some pro forma adjustments. This is addressing the $1 million that they have to pay to Meta in the spinoff. Nothing else. Nothing else. They took that out. No big deal. Toss some stuff in there. Done. 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 Alright, so that's all done. 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 We did it, guys. Done. Hey, and there's still 174 people here. And we way surpassed my likes. We got 195 likes. What? Yes! Oh, it's clogged. Hold on. It's got to heat up for a minute. All right, so let me catch up with the chat because I know you guys were going crazy as I was reading. That was a big one. I know. You live? I'm live. Ryan's here. He just got home. They can't see.
Hello. Smells nice down here.
All right, let's see here. Beer barrels. Beer barrels. Root beer barrels. I love root beer barrels.
So good.
So good. Here, let's do this. I can do this now. I can do this because I think we're basically done for the most part with that stuff, right? I can get big, giant smoky. I can get as big as I want. Big, giant smoky. It's fun. Anyway. All right. BBL refers to a barrel of crude oil. Thanks, Dave and Julie Tozer, because I really don't know that stuff. All I know is I looked up BBL and it was a bunch of booties. Thank goodness that's all it was, because if it would have been BBW, it would have been way worse. All right, so what did I miss? All of it. Let's see here. Seems like if it keeps going up, then it might go parabolic soon. It could. Sell limit at 85.69. Yo, have a good night, Smokey. Talk to you tomorrow. Good night, Chris. How it going, bud? It's not a sponsor yet. But as I put it through the white here, we gotta find a Sprite. It's cool. The green can. Like, you want to read it? Put a hole in my head. I can, like, with a Sprite can, I can do the whole Iron Man thing. Anyway. Oh, shit. Could MMTLP squeeze tomorrow? Like, maybe 5. It could do it any time, in all honesty. I think what you saw a lot of today, and we'll bring up that stock chart really quick, I think a lot of what you saw today, this was a lot of people buying in on the news of that S1A, saying, hey, short sellers, you're in freaking trouble, guys, and we're letting you know now you're in trouble. There's nothing out there for you to buy. People are holding it. I mean, we already know, like I said, we know for sure of 2 huge, massive holders that hold upwards of 26 million shares combined. Not to mention Berta's millions of shares, McCabe's millions of shares, and whoever else's millions of shares. I know of people I talk to on a regular that have tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of shares. So yeah, there's a lot of very bullish people out there that will not give up. They will not give up until they see specific numbers, and we're talking numbers like 50, 75, 100. I got one guy that says this is going to 1,000. You know who you are. Fucking Jedi motherfucker. Yeah, a little bit. It's cool. My wife made this. Brazilian butt lip. BBL. Oh, let's see here. So anyway, back to what you were saying though, $5, no. Here's what I'm going to say. What you're going to be looking at is you always want to, anything. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a real stock, fake stock, OTC stock, even, you can even look at it as crypto. You want to look at the past. So as of right now, you're already approaching a pretty strong level of resistance. You can actually see here, let's grab a trend line. We're going to go straight across. This line right here, which is like $2 even, right there, that is a heavy level of resistance. It's bounced off of it many times. Probably going to do it again. If it cracks through that bad boy, though, there is most literally no resistance all the way to $3.20. None. Zero. No resistance. So it cracks 2 and breaks free. Like, I mean, it's got to, confirm that move. It's an easy jog right up to the $3 to $3.20 range. Very easy jog. Now, I'm not saying that they won't utilize these. You can just take that out of there. That's useless right now. They won't utilize key levels of resistance, the quarters, the 50s, and the dollar even, as resistance, but I wouldn't suspect for them to be very strong at all. I think when you start seeing this thing move again, you're going to see a lot of momentum pour in now that this has been trading for a while. This back here, when it first started trading and shot up to $3.20, this was a trap. That was an absolute trap. Now that people know what it is, this thing starts moving, let's fucking go, because it's gone. It is gone, I'm telling you. I'm very excited to see what happens. I've been following Tony Twits a little bit. He's Market Moves on YouTube. He's the way he's projected his short numbers, and again, that's the main person I've seen have it. The way he's projected his short numbers, it looks like there's a lot out there, and there could be even more than what he's even saying. Legitimate ones, like provable ones that he's got these charts for. So he's suspecting 250%. It's totally possible. I'm not saying it's not because of synthetic shares, but that's possible in any ticker. So I don't know. We'll see. We want to see who comes to fruition. I'm not giving numbers. I never do because I don't know. No one does. Anyway, moving on back over to the chat really quick. Chafing issues. Any suggestions? I don't know. Who are you asking? Me? Let's see here. Yeah, good night. Play some MLB show on PS5 first. Oh, night, Zam. Are you... Is there a place to purchase Metagear? No, sorry, my wife makes them. What is the % of retail that owns MMAT? I don't really know that at this present moment in time, unfortunately. I have always said in the past that we own the float, and I still stand behind that. Between us and the bullish investors, we do own the float. But currently, the way it looks, because of the recent offering, there is a less likely chance that we have a strong presence like we did before. I know it was only 35 million shares, but it created a lot of fear, which created some selling. It does happen. But I have not gone back through to do running any kind of numbers or anything like that. I'm still confident in saying that, you know, we do still own a huge chunk of that float behind the insiders and things like that. Now, always keep in mind, when the Canadian stuff transfers over, when that finally moves over, they own the float. No joke. They'll have it. That's like 75 million plus shares guaranteed coming just from insiders that'll just be switched over. Thomas Gordon Welsh, which was at that most recent event there in Canada, the defense sec, he has like 22 million shares just by himself. Then his wife has another 22 million shares too. So yeah, it's gonna be huge. Anyhow. All right, it's showtime, folks. All right, obviously opinion-based but smoky. But would it be dumb to sell MMAT and dump everything I have left from my losses into MMTLP? Been thinking about it for some time now. Okay, Bluesy Blue. Here's what I'm going to tell you. My theory in that is you never, if you're convicted in metamaterials, you know what you have. You never want to pull money off the table in those conviction plays. You never know when it's going to go. You never know when they're going to come out with that PR or they're going to say, hey, it's time to rock and roll, you know. We've got a list of stuff to come out, and it's just going to be the most bullish information. And it's going to create the stock to just go tumbling head over heels, right? Just rolling uphill. If that happens, then you're going to miss the boat, right? So here's how I always say that. Don't pull money from your convictions. Try and pour more money in if you want to, or find other plays in the market that you can help create more money, generate more money. That's what the market's for. If you're learning how to utilize support and resistance, you're following volume, you're looking at candlestick patterns and watching trends. Don't fight the trend. Don't fight the Fed. If you remember those rules, then you should be able to still be profitable no matter what's happening in the market. Also, keep in mind, I do have a screener out there, a stock screener. You could just go to my channel, take a look at that. Plug that information into FinViz. It's a free screener that you can do right online, and it's a very profitable swing trade screener. It will narrow down the best opportunities. All you got to do is click on the charts tab, open those up, and do a little bit of your own due diligence afterwards. Checking to see if there's any fundamentals coming out of the company that might create a little bit of momentum for the stock to start creating a forward movement. And if that happens, then you've got guaranteed profits that you can pour into another thing. So just take a look at that. Look at the screener and start following the trend. Start looking at the trend and going with it. Don't fight it. That's the biggest problem with traders is you're fighting the trend. You think it's going to move up at any given moment in time. It doesn't work that way. It needs to see a reversal pattern, and before it does that, it needs to have a reason to reverse. Nothing has a reason to reverse right now. So, for instance, look at the markets. Everybody thinks that this is fantastic. Look at this. Yay! I can almost guarantee you that this is just a trap. I don't foresee this lasting a very long time. We've already seen this trend happen before right back here. This is the June low. We bounced off of it, created this really nice momentum run. And believe me, it was a great momentum run. And this could happen again. I'm not saying it can't. You could see a few weeks to a month of momentous movement, especially when you've got a lull in between FOMC meetings. When you have that lull, you usually see a bullish trend. Make money on this bullish trend, but be ready for it to reverse at any moment in time. This could be, like I said, a few days of good bullish green movement. It could be a few weeks. It could end today. Today's movement in the market could have ended it, and they basically just traded flat by the end of the day. Just keep that in mind. You don't want to fight the trend. The trend is your friend. You can make money up and down. Anyway. Will MMTLP really hit $60? I don't know. If it does, that'd be sweet. I couldn't tell you. Anyway, I have high hopes for MMAT, like insanely high hopes and expectations. Then be convicted. If you have high hopes and expectations and you're convicted, you know they can do it, be freaking convicted. Oh, hang on. You guys probably couldn't see a lot of what I was just talking about. There we go. That's the June low I was just talking about. How it ran back up. But you're going to notice, so really quick, just so we can touch back on that. You'll notice here on this June low, when it ran back up right here, it ran up, but it bounced off of the 200 MA. This 200 MA is going to be a crucial level of resistance. All of these MAs are resistance. You can see that clearly. So it acted as support here. Hammer candle, nice run. Really nice, clean run. This hammer candle kind of gives you the indication that you're going to have a nice bullish movement. We haven't seen a hammer over here yet, so this is still just a what I'm considering a temporary move up, bull trap, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, it could bounce off this 20 right here. This is the 20 moving day average. If it bounces off of it, which is what it looks kind of like it's doing right now with this candlestick here, considered semi-doji. If it bounces off of that, it's just going to direct right back down. You're going to go back down to new lows in the trend, and then you're kind of hoping to see it stop in this area right in here. This is COVID, guys. Right in this area, this is COVID. This is support and resistance in that time frame that we're hoping that will hold up if this bear trend continues. So anyway, just dropped a little bit of smoky knowledge there. Hope you were paying attention. Anyhow, let's see here. Not gonna lie, Smoke, I do really like the regular YouTube posts to get info. The lives are great. Love kicking it with you, but it's a lot of time to dedicate to get the info. Just saying. Love you, Smokey. Hey, sorry, Cocoa Bread. I can't give daily information anymore. I just can't do it. My life got consumed by YouTube, and I can't do that. I have got other things on the table. My family needs to come first. Stress really got to me. So you get it when Meta gives news. When there's something that happens with Meta Materials, I'm going to hit it hard, just like I'm doing tonight. I'm going to come to you live. I'm going to make a video, whatever I can do. Live's the easiest for me because I can spit the information right then and there. It's the easiest thing to do is just go... When it comes out, it's genuine. It's authentic. It's original. You hear it from me now, right? I'm giving you the love. The love. That's what you guys deserve, is the love. So, anyway. S1 filed today, right. Yes, so the new one was filed today. This is the new one filed today. It is not an acceptance or anything like that. They filed it in. Now the SEC is going to review it and go from there. Thank you very much, America. Thank you very much. Just want to let you guys know, I have to piss. So we're going to be ending this here in a minute. I know you guys don't care to hear that, but I do. I love y'all. All right. Yeah. Anything else? Has anybody got any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that before we close this thing down? Because, like I said, I gotta pee. Anybody? Love your effort, Smokey. Sorry it got stressful. Still here, though. Support from long time. Hey, Cocoa Bread, love it. I will be here for forever. No joke. Meta would literally have to stop me from doing the videos. Whenever they come out with information, this is what I strive to do. I am making new information, though. I'm back to doing YouTube the way I initially wanted to do it. I'm doing it for me, and I'm doing it for you. I'm not doing it for Meta. I don't want to devote all of my channel just to Meta, so I'm literally making multi-part video series. I'm writing everything. I've got folders. I've got notebooks. I got two right here, one full, one almost full. Of just scripted information that I'm recording. I'm trying to do almost like a video cartoonish thing to it. I want to get a lot of people involved. I want to try and even get kids involved. I think it's very important for children, not so much kids, but high school level, to start learning this entry-level stuff. It's important for them to learn this information. They don't teach this in school anymore. They don't. I'm freaking ready. You ready? I'm ready. Oh, GP's iceberg comment. Good call. Going to GP's iceberg comment. Got it right here. Happy to report that our team has been working on the SEC feedback and that the S1 has been updated and submitted today. Right there. Please check for details in the published filing. So we did that. We've read the entire thing. We got them all, right? We got them all. Did them all. And a really long live stream. Sorry about that. But, so... this is what's interesting, and one of the guys very early on posted this, and I love it. This is what's important. Hang first, I love this. Yeah. Anyway, right there. This was great. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. This is going to Bedrock 1911, the Bedrock 1911. You're getting a following. Love it. I see what you did there, GP. I do too. Great. Bring this up. The tip of the iceberg is a failure to deliver. The middle of the iceberg, or not even, just like the almost tip of the iceberg, is the disclosed shorts. And then when you get below the water, it's all the nitty-gritty information. The settlement fails, the continuous net settlement, DTC, the ex-clearing broker dealers, the mismarked tickets, the false locates, the one-day lens, the naked options, illegal stock lens, and the perpetual rolling. All this stuff keep going all the way down the iceberg. Remember, underneath the water, the iceberg is like 10 times bigger than it is on top. So, yeah, that's very possible what he was leaning into. Remember, George had been talking about getting that kind of information and stuff and working that out in a previous tweet. So maybe they got information that they know now, and that's why everything's changing. That might be why that information got put into the S1A, because they have new information. Who knows? Who knows? Really quick while we're here, take a look. MetaMaterials has been giving us some pictures. George has got some good ones too. This is a good one. This is a good one. So we got GP right there. That is Dr. Aniditis, I believe. Emily Craig. I don't know who that is. Everybody knows who that is. That's Ken Rice. Oh, I know her name. I know her name. Oh, goodness. I can't think of it. Forgive me. Cindy. I think that's Cindy. No, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think that's Cindy. I may be wrong. I'm getting good at the faces, though. I got to know these faces if I'm going to Halifax, right? I got to be able to pop them off my name so that way they know I'm a real stalker. I mean, fan. Give the youth them the knowledge, aka the key sizzler voice. What? So is MMTLP going public right away? Last question. America. So, as far as we know, they're going to be a private company until otherwise noted. Who knows after that? As of right now, private. Private company. That's all we know. Long-term holder, torch holder here. Sky's the limit. Opened a new brokerage account last October to purchase more. Good job. Let's see here. What is my plan? Oh, heck. Oh, I don't know. So my plan, MMAT, is I'm going to hold that, for as long as I need to. Here's what... In 1984 or 7 or something like that, you could have bought Apple shares at like 4 cents a share. Apple's trading... Let's look. It's 100 and something. Apple's trading at $147.30 a share right now. After many times over, I think like splitting itself down and doing all kinds of stuff, right? Yes. Yes, please. Yes, please. I'll take that. Absolutely, I'll take that. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Apple, okay? I look at that company and say, here's what it was on natural growth over many years. We're going to go all the way out to the quarterly time frame. This is what you're looking at, okay? This is Apple in the beginning. A penny, 4 cents. This is natural, clean growth over many years. Many years. It has hit bear markets, bull markets. It has gone through the wars. It has gone through hell and back. And this stock has done well. But if you break it down into a much shorter time frame and look at it over time, it looks like it got brutalized and beaten many times over. Many times over. As a matter of fact, every time on this RSI where you see it get dipped down real low, I can promise you that was a brutal beating. There was something going on, whether it be a market condition or they were having a financial issue of some kind, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they had to do something. I don't know. I have no clue. But that's what I look at. I look at the potential of what this company could be just off of a stock like this. Okay, you're at ground level investment time, and it's technology that's obviously wanted and needed. You've got companies all over the place that want this stuff. Why not invest in a company when it's cheap and just hold it for as long as you possibly can and become stupid rich? By the way, this is a very bullish candle right here. This one right here, this is bottoming. If you're paying attention, this is Apple on the quarterly time frame, very long time frame. The longer the time frame, the better the time frame, more accurate your readings will be. These are very bullish indicators right here. You can see back here, this was about a year and a half ago. It made a good move off of this similar candlestick. You can actually see some pretty good gains here in the near future, especially with this really nice one engulfing past that. It's bottoming. What else do we want to talk about? Let's see here. Long-term holder, we got that one. Some reggae for you smoke. Look up the artist Sizzler Hood smoking music. I will. Let's see here. Family first. That's right. Thanks. That's what I thought. Yes. If we can trade this until the distribution date, what is the significance of the record date? So the date of record is the date that the information goes in. All right. If you trade it from the record date to the distribution date, anything you sell, you won't get. I mean, but I don't know if there's any significance at this present moment in time with the record date. I don't know. Distribution date, according to this S1, is the significant one, as far as I can read it. It's what it looks to me. Is there a chance of, and the Money Chicken doing a joint show for the stockholders? Her insights are excellent. Oh, I would love to get Money Chicken on here again. She's fun. Some people, I would actually like to do a whole big broadcast one day. That'd be great. I have not had the time to sit down and actually organize this. I want to do it. I'd like to get Terry. I'd like to get Ali. I've only seen a couple of Ali's videos, and I apologize for that. I don't watch a lot of meta videos because I don't want to skew my view. I like to just do my own thing. I've always been that way. However, Terry, longtime friend of and member of the channel, subscriber of the channel, and I am of his. I would love to get him on the channel. I'd love to get Ali on the channel. I'd love to get Market Moves, Tony on the channel. Of course, the bird, she's always welcome on my channel. Yeah, I think that would be great fun, in all honesty. I really do think it would be fun. I'd love to get the entire sentiment of everybody. What's everybody think? What's everybody's psychology? I'm a fun-loving guy. I like to talk to people. I want to get to know people, and no better way to do that than actually talking to them face-to-face. We can do that nowadays without even leaving our homes. Anyway. Let's see here. Some people have $5 averages or even $10 averages as well, which is the issue. So, if you have that high of an average, shame on you. And that's your own fault. No joke. And I'm not trying to be a dick about it, but that is the absolute way you have to look at it. If I have a $5 average on a stock that's trading at 67 cents or 70 cents, why do I have a $5 average? Either A, I should have sold a long frickin' time ago because I was not convicted enough in the stock to average down, or B, I just don't know what averaging down is. So what you need to consider is, are you bullish on the company and do you plan on being long? If you are and do, and you have extra monies to spend, again, not financial advice because I am not a financial advisor, but this would be a great opportunity, great time to invest in this company because it's not going to go much cheaper. I'm not saying it won't go cheaper, but it can't go much. It hasn't got far to go. If it hits 0, then yeah, but I don't think it ever will. Okay, so that's the key. Is if you know what you hold, you buy on the way down, and that's with anything. I'm not going to buy Apple when it's trading at $183. I'm going to buy Apple when it's trading at $140, and I'm going to buy Apple again when it's trading at $120, and then I'm going to buy it again when it's trading at $100, and then I'm going to watch it go back up, and then sell when it goes back to those top skyrocket prices. That's how you average down. Whew. Let's see here. Is there a chance? Okay. We did that one. Smoke. Make a video whenever you feel the urge. Don't let YouTube rule your life. Too much stress. Exactly, Gregory Prince. Exactly. Can I assume the Birder interview is forever canceled? Actually, I think the one about the whole what we were going to do with the money suit, I think that one is. But I am trying to reach out to him and see if maybe we could talk about the 911 thing. That would be great. The 911 Inform. See if maybe he can give us a little bit of information into... Sorry, I'm trying to get caught up on another question here. See if he can give us a little bit of information onto what the company does, where they plan on going, and then even how metamaterials might be helping them out. What's the plan with that? Maybe they can give us some insight. Obviously, it's not so secretive now because the news has been made that they're going to be working together. I don't want the science behind it. I'm not asking for that, but maybe, just maybe, we can get some info on what is it metamaterials is going to be helping out with. How is it going to work? That's what I would love to know. So anyway, next question or comment or so. Yeah, Gregory, the one with me and Bird, I can assume yes, it's canceled for now. Hopefully we'll have an opportunity to do that again. I don't know if that's going to come to fruition, but it was in the cards. Absolutely was, and I'm sure one day we'll be able to get that through. Let's see here. In 1 minute, can you explain holding with your broker without registering your shares? Hang on. Mitch Wiley. In 1 minute, can you explain holding with your broker without registering your shares? Okay, I know what you mean. Hey, Smokey, hang on really quick. I just stopped in before passing out to tell you McDonald's is now selling an adult Happy Meal where the toy is selling for 50% profit off the meal. Calls on McDonald's. Calls on McDonald's. Let's see here. Can you take on Mitch Wiley's question? I'm working on it right now. In 1 minute, can you explain holding with your broker without registering your shares? Okay, so from what I understand, your broker will actually do the work for you. As long as you have a reputable broker registered with the DTC, they will transfer the shares directly over. They're going to hold them in street name, but if you call your broker, you can get them registered into your name, put on the books, right? But you don't have to. They're saying that the broker will take care of it on their end. But here's what I always suggest to anybody is to go ahead and still reach out to your broker once all this goes through. Once the dates have been given, what's the distribution date going to be? What's the record date going to be? At that point, the broker themselves will be more educated and be able to give you better answers on what the next step of the process is going to be. But from all the information I've been given and the broker I have contacted myself, which was Webull, they said, I need to do nothing. It will continue over just like it did when the Torch thing happened. Same situation. It will transfer over to whatever the new name will be. It will probably be turned into like NextBridge or NB Holdings preferred share with zero value placed at the bottom of my portfolio. That's more than likely what's going to happen. Going long? If you're going long, here's what I suggest. Get a hold of the American Stock Transfer and Trust Agency and then have your stuff transferred over. You can request, like they just stated in the S1A, you can request to get a physical stock certificate if you would like. If you're going that long and you want physical stock certificates to prove that these shares are yours and nobody can borrow them, get them. Do your thing. If you want to be long, be long. I support you. Got you. Got you. Got you. Hold on. I got you. Yeah. All right. So, Justin Maiden, Mitch Wiley, was that a good answer to your question? I hope it was, because that's the best answer I can give you. All right. Good night, bro. Let's see here. This was the same answer Fidelity gave me. However, once the S1 is finalized, is when they will know what options or direction they can go with MMTLP. Exactly. That's the answer I was given. As a matter of fact, I have a live stream where we called the AST, and even they said that you could take this up with your broker at that time. They didn't know anything. They wouldn't have anything until everything was finalized. So at that point, I was like, well, you might as well just kind of hang out and wait. Hurry up and wait situation. Anybody in the military is very familiar with the hurry up and wait. It's all right. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Let's see here. What? No shit. McDonald's is out there selling a $10 Happy Meal to grown-ups. Hang on. I'll bring this over. McDonald's is out here selling $10 Happy Meals to grown-ups with an adult toy from a designer company that very few people know anything about. That's where we are at, people. That's it. And yes, I have debated buying one and probably will. It's so true. Where do you get it? Oh shit, hold on. Here's the toy. McDonald's is all Happy Meal toy with the birdie toy. Hey, make sure the bird sees this. I know I got tons of bird fans in here. Somebody get this to her. You'll be quicker with it than I will. That must be seen. That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Thanks, Pawn. That's funny. All right. Oh yeah, we were talking about pictures. Let's scroll on back through here. I'm not sure who they are. I think these are nanotech guys. These two here. That guy's familiar. God, why is he familiar? I could figure that out really quick. He's one that had big shots. Now we're just screwing off, by the way. Hope you're having fun. We did the important stuff, right? We worked hard. I don't know. I don't see him. We worked hard. We worked really hard. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong. I'm familiar with being wrong. Shan Kern. I think that's who that was. Shan Kern. Because this is Cindy Roberts. We're going to find out right now. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe it's somebody completely different. I can't tell. I wish my eyes were better. I wish this thing would zoom in. Oh well. Oh well. Let's see. George had some better ones, I think. Let's go back up to his page. Ah, here we go. So this guy here, in case y'all don't know, this is Thomas Gordon Welch. Booby stepped in big time. All right, so this guy here is Thomas Gordon Welch. He is our single Him and his wife are their single largest holders in the company. They hold more shares than anybody, as far as we know, on books. Yeah, and George is extremely happy. This guy has been holding Meta for years, like a decade. He's the angel investor. He's just an amazing guy, him and his wife both. Yeah, cool. This is really cool. I wish I could get to this booth. I hope I get to Halifax, guys. I really do, man. Oh my God, you have no idea. So we're losing viewers, which is great because I want to go to bed anyway. Parting words. Fantastic. Super pumped. These are the things we need to see. Small steps, baby steps are what we're going to see. Little by little, MetaMaterials is going to become gigantic. You're just going to watch them grow tremendously. Anyway, called it. What'd you call? Average down from 7 to under 2. Once I sell my MMT by M's, I have a nice average. My plan is to continue to add to MMT until I have 10,000 shares. Then wait until MMT hits 100. Yeah. Hey, Smokey, have you talked about your personal plan for the potential MMTLP run-up and the transition to NextBridge hydrocarbons? Sell half and hold half. So, yeah, I have my Webull half. I'm still intending on holding over to NextBridge. I have acquired shares on my Thinkorswim portfolio that I'm going to utilize for any kind of squeeze movement. And I mean, I'm well in the green now, so I'm perfectly happy. If that thing starts moving and crushing it, I'm going to let them go. I don't know exactly what levels I'm going to let them go at. I have my own set levels. You're probably going to see for sure. I'll let some go at like $10 just because I know I'll be able to make a lot of my money back if I'm down off of letting them go at $10. And then from there, I'll just let things ride until it's close to time. If I see a comfy level that I'm like just happy with, like 40, 50, $60, I might just say peace and let those go. And then just like I said, let my NextBridge stuff ride over. So, well, I should say my Webull stuff ride over the NextBridge. Yeah. Long and registered with a private company with AST means you can trade within, correct? But not registering means you're here to stay. Your shares are your share are firm and you get payment when the board decides to sell. Thank you for your previous response. All right, so if you're long and registered within the private company with the AST, you have to trade within the AST. They will line up buyers and sellers at that point. They take care of it. They almost act as a broker, from what I understand. And again, I'm not 100% certain on this, so I urge you to do your own due diligence. I urge you to do it, please. Fact check the hell out of me. I am a freaking lawnmower salesman that jabbers on a YouTube channel. But from what I understand, they will act basically as a broker for you, and I would assume that you would be selling them to somebody within the company. They're going to want to get those from you. They're going to limit the shares out there in the public float, I would assume. They want to have full control over their company at any given time, which they do. As of now, they have 500 million shares available to do whatever they want with, I would assume. They've even said they can dilute whatever they want, but whatever. Let me see here. Let me finish answering that question. Not registering means you're here to stay. So I don't think at this present moment in time, it's even an option to not register. In a given way, it's still going to be registered. Holding through, no matter what, you're sticking through long. Once this thing goes through, and distribution date hits, you can't trade. No longer tradable, will not be tradable at all. None whatsoever. If MMTLP hangs out on the OTC, because I've seen that happen, and becomes a phantom ghost stock, that is not what NextBridge is. NextBridge is going to probably change names. They're not going to have all that information that you had for, because it's a private company. It's not going to be tradable. Non-tradable ticker. Private company. Can't be done. And that's what you understand as well. Fantastic. Great. I'm glad I'm able to just confirm everything that you're hearing. All right. Good. Good. Okay. That makes me feel better too. It means we're all understanding the same things. We're learning as a group. Yes. My pleasure. My pleasure. It's been a journey, guys. A long journey. It's been a lot of learning. It's been great. Anyway, okay. It's 11:15. I've had a freaking blast with you guys tonight. Outstanding time. Appreciate all of you hanging out with me tonight. Thanks for stopping in. Make sure if you haven't hit that like button, hit the hell out of it. Share the video if you can. I will not be making another video on Meta for a little while until, something happens. Unless we see significant stock movement or something like that, or they come out with some news. So my next video might be a candlestick video. It might be on another ticker. Who knows? So yeah, just keeping everybody aware that I'm not doing daily Meta videos, not because I'm not bullish on Meta. That's definitely not it. I'm trying to focus on Meta's news and not try to be that pumper everybody thinks I've been. That's not me. I am absolutely extreme on the company. I love the company 100%. So anyway. Let's see here. Can we get clarity if the BBL comes with a tan, or is it just a pale booty? Oh God, I gotta pee. Don't do that. Oh God. Oh, that's too much. Video with error had 20 likes. I know, that's hilarious. I had like 40 people waiting for me just to go live, and I'm like, I'm live, I'm working, I'm live. Oh well. All right, guys, I'm out. Good night. Peace, y'all. Happy trading. Just remember, you guys can make money anywhere. You just gotta pay attention. That's the key. Pay attention. All right. Peace. Good night.